Okay, Balsa Stripper blade. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put it in that way so that when I strip, my hand is on the right. So loosen the screws, put the blade in so that it's just sort of about there. Hold it in place, don't slice your fingers off. Tighten up the screws. And you want the blade to just stick out past the bottom of the balsa stripper. So you can just see the tip of the blade there. At your balsa, now you need to adjust the width. We're cutting 4.5mm strips. So we get a little ruler. And we just wind the stripper out till the blade is where we want it. Looks about right. My cutting mat is too small, but we can deal with that. So hold that. Be careful not to slice your fingers. This is just a scrap of balsa. Press down, pull towards you. You can always move up a bit. Voila. Here is our piece cut to size. Then we need to cut it to length. So we need 3 pieces that way and a bunch of pieces that way. I'll just show you one of them. So literally we can just, if I was being precise, I would get out something like that, but I'm going to be lazy. Actually, that end looks a bit manky, so I'm just going to trim that up by eye. And I'm going to use my template to get the length right. So we line it up. With our nice sharp blade, because we're cutting across the grain, we just sort of press down until it goes pop. And there is our piece. To cut to next one to length, you can actually just use that first one as your guide, and then you know they're all going to be the same length. Now we have 2. And so on. This piece is too short to make another long one out of, but I can make one of these short ones. So let's do that. Always cut with the piece flat. Don't try and cut it like that. If you do, what'll happen is this. It'll squash there like that, and you'll end up with a piece that's a slightly odd shape. The sharp knife, it's not too bad, but as soon as your knife blade gets a bit blunt, it'll make a real mess. So I need that size. And cut through. And then I'll get another stick and do the rest of it. One thing you can do is, this is a sanding block I've made up just by sticking some, I think it was 320 grit paper onto a piece of scrap balsa. Just clean up the ends a little bit. You don't want to take too much off, otherwise you change the dimensions. Anyway, that's how to cut off the template.